Hi, welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be making a very simple soup, perfect for cold winter days, when you're craving something simple, warm and tasty, a potato and leek soup. So let's begin. Let's start by prepping our homemade croutons. You'll need a loaf of crusty bread or any baguette you find in your local bakery. Slice thick chunks of the bread if you don't have it pre-sliced. My bread is quite soft still, so it's a little more difficult to slice. It's better to use a day-old bread, since it'll be drier and easier to slice. Now cut into thick chunks. Place your bread in a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Drizzle with olive oil and bake in a 375° Fahrenheit preheated oven for about 5 to 7 minutes or until they turn golden brown. In the meantime, let's start prepping to make our soup. You will need a leek, preferably thinly sliced, something like this. Now preheat to medium-high a medium saucepan and drizzle with olive oil. Add your sliced leeks and quickly give them a stir. If you need to, lower the temperature so that they don't burn. We want them to sweat and reduce, not burn. If they burn quickly, they can turn bitter and we don't want that. To help them sweat and reduce, add a little bit of salt. You can adjust the seasonings later on. You'll see that this is an extremely basic and easy recipe that uses minimum ingredients. You can add fresh garlic as well, although today I'm keeping it simple. Now add the potatoes. The smaller you cut them, the faster this soup will be ready. I did thick chunks as I'm not really in a hurry. Give that a mix. And add the chicken or vegetable broth. You can also just use water, although I highly recommend you use broth as it has a richer flavor. I added a little of extra water since I didn't have a lot of broth left. Now bring your soup to a rolling boil and give it a stir. Then reduce the heat to medium-low and let it simmer for about 30 minutes. It's done when the potatoes have completely softened. Once the potatoes are done, turn off the heat and using a stick blender, blend until smooth. It should end up looking somewhat like this. Now serve. This soup is naturally creamy due to the potatoes, so you won't need to add any cream, unless you really want to. It can also be frozen for up to 3 months, as it thaws beautifully since it doesn't have any dairy in it. Now top with the pre-made croutons, a splash of olive oil, and you're done! This is a very simple and filling soup with minimum ingredients and loads of flavor. With that said, we hope you give our recipe a try. See you in the next video. Bye!